Welcome back to Ride JBI. This is JB. Today we finished a suspension revalve on this 2020 Kawasaki KX450 Showa suspension. The Showa 49mm twin chamber spring forks were built to the JBI suspension Kawasaki Showa Pro Fork revalve. What that means is the forks were revalved and also upgraded with additional hardware parts internally that further improve the fork's performance compared to only utilizing the hardware that is inside of the fork. These are components that we developed over the years as we tested, tuned, and developed these forks. These forks first came out in 2019. And Ride JBI has been busy ever since developing improved settings over these stock settings. One of the pieces that gets changed out is the subvalve. That is the silver piece right here. We replace it with our JBI suspension subvalve, the component in red. The JBI Titanium Pro Perch is another upgrade with this revalve. Pro Perch improves the bottoming resistance of the front forks much more compared to stock. There's a few other components and pieces that make up the JBI Pro Fork revalve on these Kawasaki Showa forks. And again, you can find complete details on that at ridejbi.com. The Showa shock was revalved to a matching JBI suspension soft Moto / off-road spec. Part of that revalve, we also utilized our JBI suspension bladder cap. Our bladder cap has increased nitrogen volume compared to stock. It also utilizes a Schrader valve as a way to fill the shock with gas and also release it of gas when servicing and working on the shock. Compared to the stock plug, which is right here, you can see there's no Schrader valve on it. Instead, there is a rubber plug behind that small hole in the center, and we can pierce it with a needle in order to fill the shock with nitrogen or release it. And while these do work, and they are rather simple, sometimes the plugs do fail. We find them not to be as reliable as a Schrader valve and is easy to use. So all our revalves, we always change out the gas cap to a Schrader valve. The JBI black bumper is also part of this build. This is the same PUR foam material as the stock one. However, we have a small rubber additive that turns the bumpers black. It also seals the bumper, helps prevent the bumper from absorbing much moisture. And it just gives it some better, longer life. It makes the bumper not get so hard and crusty over time like the stock ones commonly do. Besides the JBI suspension soft Moto / off-road spec for the Kawasaki KX450, we also have developed suspension settings for all the various types of off-road riding, motocross, supercross, arena cross, and freestyle motocross. We have been working with this Kawasaki KX450 for many years now. It's been a really fun bike to work with. It's very competitive right out of the box. So it's great when you get a great platform to work with from the beginning, because as you tune and work on it, it only gets better. If you would like Ride JBI to do your suspension, please give us a call or send us an email. We can discuss the year, make, model bike that you have, which options are available, and which setup would be most advantageous for you. All JBI suspension services and parts can be found at ridejbi.com.